according to the American Academy of Pediatrics, kids in the USA watch 4 hours of TV a day. And by age 18, they will have witnessed 200,000 violent acts and watched 720,000 TV advertisements. That's a lot. That's something to think about. How many times did your parent told you not to watch TV? I was sitting in the couch watching TV and eating again and drinking Coke. I was having a really good time, but my parents suddenly interrupted and told me, go outside, go to play something. We all heard this when we were kids, I'm sure. So, I wish I had listened to him, because he was right. TV damages our children. It's bad. And today I'm gonna tell you why kids shouldn't watch too much TV. That's because they get fat and unhealthy. Second, it affects social interaction. And third, it's a bad influence. Now let's move on to my first point. They get fat and unhealthy. So, that's because they are in a total state of inactivity. They're just sitting there, doing nothing. The great thing they're doing is switching the remote. They're gonna get a pretty strong thumb. That's it. They're gonna be fat with a strong thumb. That's useless. As their toes, okay. And they're snacking. Can you imagine someone sitting, snacking, eating chips, fries, soda, chocolate, candies? Do you know what's all this? Sugar. Sugar's gonna get stuck in their tiny bodies, and they're gonna start they will start growing like this. They will be very fat, and they're not burning that fat. They're just sitting. The thumb is not gonna burn the fat for them. The fat will keep growing and growing, and if they're fat, they are unhealthy. Now let's move on to my second point. It affects social interaction. The TV becomes a substitute. Now the kids' best friend is the TV. They don't have friends. Their friends is the TV. They rather watch a TV show than going out with Jimmy the neighbor. Jimmy is lame. The TV is awesome. So that's the kids and also the kids should rather watch the television than listening to grandmother's stories. The grandmother's like, oh, I'm gonna tell you about. Shut up, grandma. my TV show is way more interesting than you. So it also affects the family relations. When I was a kid, I really made that thing and I regret it. I could have spent more time with my family, but I didn't because I was watching my TV shows. Now, let's move on to... No, let's keep in the second point. They have busy schedules. The kids won't miss their TV shows because they just have to watch them. They can't miss them for anything. They won't do homework. They won't go out because their favorite show is on TV. For example, I was watching Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon, and I wouldn't do my homework or go out. I just staring at the square, like there for hours. Now let's move on to my third point. It's a really bad influence, and that's because violence is on TV. A lot of violence. Violence is shown as a fun and interesting way to get what you want. The kids only see Batman kicking the Joker's ass, and they think they can do that, kick their sister's ass to get the toy. The parents tell them, no, stop kicking your sister's ass, but they still do it because Batman tells them to do it. It's a way to get what they want. And the commercial. There are a lot of commercials, TV commercials, where they tell them, buy this, use this, you need to have them. And they showed it like the most interesting and fun thing in the world. And it's not, the kid is not gonna differentiate between, they are lying. They don't know the companies are lying to them. And they go to their parents and tell them, oh, daddy, I wanna have this because they show it as the most interesting thing. And if the parents don't buy him, he's gonna get cranky and mad, and he's gonna end up hating his parents for not buying them the thing. So, in conclusion, TV is bad, 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 bad for kids. Don't make the lame excuse that, oh, it's educational. Barney's an idiot. You shouldn't listen to him. A lot of educational stuff, but they're still not exercising. They are still not reading. They are still not playing with their friends. So, a lot of TV is bad because it makes them fat and unhealthy. It affects social interaction, and it's a really bad influence. If you know a kid who watches a lot of TV, turn it off. You shouldn't care if he gets mad. Tell him, go to make some exercise, go play with your friends, or grab a nice book and read. Don't let the TV take over your kid's life. Save your kid from the power of the media. Thank you.